You probably won't have seen this ever before. It's because it's normally hidden right up inside the dashboard. This is what was the boot release pull for the front of the car. Now this is the bit that always makes me laugh about this car. The later front engine cars have the bonnet in the front, the boot in the back, and you unlock the boot with a key. You pop the bonnet with a popper. This is the other way round. So you unlock to get into the engine bay and you pull a cord to get into the boot. Never made sense of it myself, but I suppose that was one of those steps that they took and realised, hang on a minute, this would be more logical the other way round. Who knows? Anyway, this one is supposed to be mounted. Wait, I'll just find the hole. I've got to find the hole again now. It's just fun, it. Here we go. So the hole should be up here. And then it would have that bracket there, and then you'd literally have this part here going out through the bulkhead, a bit like that, I think. So it went through the grommet and then that went up to the bracket up here. But it snapped off many years ago before I ever got hold of the car. Voila. And consequently it has an old heater control knob on the end of it with an old electrical chocolate block just to make it so you could pull it. So it's always been dangled up inside the dashboard, and you've got to know exactly where it is to be able to pull it. It's always driven me mad because it means that sort of, unless you know the car, you can't really operate it very efficiently, and it means that no passenger in the front seat can even open the boot when they want to get something out, and yeah, it just becomes a bit of a nightmare really. So what I've done is I've relocated it all together over to this side of the car. I've angled it slightly over to the driver as things would typically be done, mainly because it then means that the handle then clears the glove box over that side, so it's a bit of functionality as well as the way it should look. So, and then we've got the cable coming across round here, and then what I've just got to fathom out now is how I get it through, because the original one always had this solid piece of bar, and it's whether or not you need that or whether I can do without it, because otherwise I've got to try and find a way to sort of link it all up properly. So, but the plan is under the boot rather, if I get this stupid thing to focus once its entire life, there we go. So that black thing down there is where the hole is, and it basically goes up to here, and then you got a little bracket here, and that cable hook literally goes on there, and then you have another washer and a split pin that goes through it. I found this grommet because the original one was absolutely annihilated. I found that grommet off my Super 5. It normally houses the rear washer pipe going through the bulkhead at the front, so I don't quite know why I've ever taken it off, but I found it in my toolbox and thought that'd be useful, and it just happens to be the perfect size for that hole. So what I've now got to do is thread it up, cut that cable down because obviously it's way too long at the minute, and then what my plan is because I can't replicate the hook on the end of the old cable, it just so happens that the cable fits perfectly through that hole where the split pin goes. So what I'm going to do is put it through there, and then use this little adapter that came with this the cables, which is basically what you normally use to attach it to a battery isolator lever, because as I said earlier, this kit sort of comes from racing car accessory places. So I'm going to vitalise that, which will then mean we don't have to worry about trying to make a loop to then hold it on the split pin. So yeah, right, I'll show a little bit of progress very soon, because I'm going to have to do some fiddling, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do in certain areas. So thanks for watching so far. Hi folks, so as I said a little while ago, I'm going to do a bit of jigging and pokery and basically get it working, because I wasn't entirely sure exactly what I was going to be doing or how I was going to find it. Well, I've had quite a few little nags, and I've had to do a few improvisations along the way as well, as per usual. But if we now pull this lever, the bonnet now lifts up because it is released. This up, I'll give you a bit of a rundown what the hell I had to do. First of all, you'll notice that this spring is now shiny clean. Basically, the one that was on there was so strong that when I was trying to do it from inside, I just couldn't pull it. It was just literally like, it was doing everything but open. So in the end, I've identified basically the spring was just a bit too strong. And I wonder whether or not that was potentially the reason why the original one broke. Maybe, I don't know. I think it was only made that long because those springs were so hefty, so you need that direct pull action. But whether or not that was what caused it to snap, I will never know. But where I've located it now, I fitted this. It's the same sort of length. It's under just as much tension, but the spring itself is not half as hefty, hard to pull against compared to the other one. So as you've now seen, it works nicely. As I was saying earlier on about this little piece here, it works absolutely beautifully. So yeah, and if we drop the bonnet down, and if I get the camera to show, if I can, where that little knob is, can we do it? Who knows? Right, this door might be till we Right, so if you focus on that little red knob down there, 1, 2, 3, it pulls in as obviously the mechanism closes. So I've now got a working bonnet mechanism, and it's all activated from inside here by simply pulling beside the lever and pull. There we go. The only thing we've got to do now is I want to cable tie that cable there up. The original setup, before I started messing around with trying to get it to actually work properly, was all run round underneath there, and it was sort of less of a direct up direction sort of curve. So I've sort of a few areas have gone downhill, but in the effect of it working, it's gone uphill. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do, because it's the only thing I can really do, is you've got the heater pipes going out about here. So what I'm going to do is just sort of push that up against them, wrap a cable tie around it, just keeps it out of the way, because obviously that is currently sitting over the top of the clutch pedal, so we definitely want to keep out of the way of that. So yeah, right, well that's the bonnet release done, or boot release even. Keep getting it mixed up. It's so typical way it works, isn't it? So, but yeah, I've got it all working. It's in what I consider to be a far better off position. I have also, you'll probably be thinking, what about the gear lever, because it works in this area. Well, I've left it in first gear purely so I can make sure for a fact that it isn't going to be hitting against it. So yeah, right, well thank you very much for watching, and hope at some point I'll be able to show you when I finalise the choke setup. So yeah, but obviously I have now got a little bit of spare leftover cable because I had to cut some off this one, so really luck, that might even provide some extra for the other one. So yeah, anyway, I mean, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and follow, and hopefully I can get a bit more done on the Mark 1 very soon. I may well decide to leave it until New Year, just so give myself a bit of a break from everything, and give myself some time doing other things. So yeah, but have a good Christmas, and thanks for watching.